got it on smash, put in the gas, I will not crash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check your hot read.
Protein spill.
Throwing to start the drive. Costello. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
Here's Hill now after the interception. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Hill. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards on the ground. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This to Jarwin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Titans' 9-yard line.
Here we go, 37's the mic. Mike 37. You better be afraid of me. General West. You better be afraid of me.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's a Cincinnati Bengals touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
On the set. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
On 1st down, Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Hey, Alpha!
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. That's complete to John Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Let's go! Do it!
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Charlie! Ready?
Throwing again. Costello. On the completion, this is Carey.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, wahoo!
50 wants the mic! 50 wants the mic!
Off the play fake. Costello. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, Costello. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
10 Lobo. Topper. Deep grip.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Costello. They set up the screen for Henry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch twits. Check.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Titans, nothing.
Set, 50, plant, go.
4 down, check. Mike 52.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Mike 50. You don't want nothing.
Looking to throw. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start the drive with Harris. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Now it's Hill. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
On 1st down, Costello. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will score! Touchdown, Titans! From 6 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On 2nd down, this is Harris. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Hill. Got a man open. That's DeVante Parker, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. DeVante Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, exit.
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello, and it's complete. Henry, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Go there. 15.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
General West.
On first down. It's Henry. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Echo.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 23. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6. 52. Yep. 52. Here we go, here we go. 5.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, orbit.
No.
61, matchbox lights. Rocket. Give me that ball. Hey, Delta. Give me that ball, defense.
Check the backer.
Get it.
From the gun, Costello. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. The kick by Joseph is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
10-2 stop.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hill on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, Recon, 132 fighter.
A shotgun snap for Hill. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hill, he's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Hill, and this is going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And a cutback right sideline. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Hey. Big river.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello. Buying time to his left. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Back to throw. Costello. It's caught by Bryant. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 50. I'll take 3. 218 snap.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They go quickly here out to Moore. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. David Moore. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps, a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
It's outfield. Hey, it's all out. Out.
General West.
Check it, one Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. It's coming this way. Here we go. Slam.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Hill. It's brought in by Harris. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Come on. Check 9.
Operating from the gun. Hill. And it's caught by Parker. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Check! 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 Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Go!
To throw again, Hill. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Hill to throw on 3rd and 1. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Catanzaro's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Ready, ready!
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Choose the mic. Hey, here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete to Bryant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go, go, go.
Yo, 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 go, go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. Bryant has it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Any weapon.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 6. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Ready.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 25, check
On first down, Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. They snap it on 4th to Hill. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try the right side with Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Marcus, move. I got you. Go. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. It's been a long day for you. Hit it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
Tight end Ringo. Tight end's on Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Hey, exit.
3 down, 3 down. There we go, 37.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Ready?
Now it's Hill. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
5.
Now Hill. He'll buy some time right. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. So here we go on fourth. Hill. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Hill. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Ready? Get ready. Now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it. And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.